Hi, I'm Bob, and my prayer for you today is that you have a wonderful day. May I take a moment of your time and ask God to bless our day today. A teacher who ran a small nursery school called me late one evening. I lost the place I was going to start my nursery school in. The owner changed her mind on selling me the flat. I felt sad. She had really been keen on the flat and had made plans to expand her little school there. What happened? I asked. You had already finalized it. She changed her mind. She just changed her mind, but I've got her share certificates and I won't give it back. I'll make her run around for doing this to me, she said angrily. I was quiet. What do you think? She asked. Call her home, give her a cup of tea, and give her back her certificates, I said quietly. Why? Because, I said, something better is coming your way. That's why the deal didn't go through. Just give her back her papers. Okay, Bob, she said, and I smiled as I remembered the story. A jobless man applied for the position of office boy at Microsoft. The HR manager interviewed him, then watched him cleaning the floor as a test. You're employed, he said. Give me your email address and I'll send you the application to fill in as well as date when you may start. The man replied, but I don't have a computer, neither an email. I'm sorry, said the HR manager. If you don't have an email, that means you don't exist. And who doesn't exist cannot have the job. The man left with no hope at all. He didn't know what to do with only $10 in his pocket. He then decided to go to the supermarket and buy a 10 kg tomato crate. He then sold the tomatoes in a door-to-door round. In less than 2 hours, he succeeded to double his capital. He repeated the operation 3 times and returned home with $60. The man realized that he could survive this way and started to go every day earlier and return late. Thus, his money doubled or tripled every day. Shortly, he bought a cart, then a truck. Then he had his own fleet of delivery vehicles. 5 years later, the man was one of the biggest food retailers in the US. He started to plan his family's future and decided to have life insurance. He called an insurance broker and chose a protection plan. When the conversation was concluded, the broker asked him his email. The man replied, I don't have an email. The broker answered curiously, you don't have an email and yet have succeeded to build an empire? Can you imagine what you could have been if you had an email? The man thought for a while and replied, yes, I'd be an office boy at Microsoft. We feel it's the end of the world when we lose a position or a person. But when a door shuts, a bigger door opens with something or someone inside bigger and far more wonderful than what we've lost. Give back your share certificates. Forget hitting back. Just know that misfortune could land you a better deal. Thank you, and before I sign off, I'd like to remind you to press subscribe on your YouTube so that you can hear me every single day. Thank you.